Hey everyone, welcome back. I want to say thank you. I think I have about 5 new subscribers in like 1 or 2 days, and that was pretty neat to see. So, welcome to my channel, and for those that are returning, welcome back. I have not been in my sewing space in a couple of days. I have been practicing on my iPad the stitches, but now that I'm standing here and I've sprayed the water the other day and made those marks, well, most of the marks disappear because I was pressing pretty hard, so there are a lot of marks that are still here, and it's okay because this is a practice piece. Now that I'm looking at my loops and my stars, I love it. I absolutely love it. All of the imperfections, I mean, like, wow. Wow. For that being my first time doing the loops with drop-in, I said stars, snowflakes, I think for a first time, this is pretty good, if I do say so myself. So I am going to continue practicing on the rest of this and then advance it. I don't have much left. You can't see it here, but I don't have much. I might have maybe one more pass to do on this practice piece. And so I'm going to do that, advance it, maybe do a little bit more practice. My goal is to maybe get 15 to 20 more minutes of practice in for today. And then I'll have some time tomorrow as well. And today is Friday, by the way, the 14th. So I want to do that. And then I'm probably going to cut the video at that point and go live on YouTube. And work on my Christmas quilt because I have not touched that at all this week either. I did not even touch the label on the other quilt that is completely done and ready to gift, minus having the label stitched down. I don't know. Well, I do. It's been kind of a funky week. And I've just really been thinking about my mom a lot. I've been thinking about her a lot over the last few weeks, but this week, it's really been monumental, the amount that I have been thinking about her. So I miss her something fierce. And any of you who have lost your mother can understand. It's a loss. Not that you ever get over any loss, but you kind of, you learn to live with the loss of your mother, but it's still like she's your first best friend for most people. And so this has been some challenging few weeks, but this week has been really tough. And so I haven't felt like doing much of anything. So there's that. That's why I haven't been in here. But I'm in here now. We're going to do some practicing. You may not be able to see much from the angle. Well, you won't see in detail, but you will be able to see. Let me see if I can adjust it so that you can see a little more. Let's see. I don't know. Whoop, that's not right. You guys forgive me. I'm all in the camera, but I'm trying to see. Does that work? It lets you see this part, but I don't think it'll let you see this. I'm gonna have to adjust the camera. I don't know. from my camera angle, why does it look like it's upside down? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I've mirrored the camera from my phone onto my iPad so that I can kind of see what you guys are seeing, and I don't know that that's helping me very much. It just looks awkward to me. All right, you may not get to see much from this angle, and if not, I apologize for that. I don't think I can adjust it any further. So it'll let you see this little bit, and then we'll advance it and get moving. I'm gonna do some more with the marker just to kind of get in the groove and get warmed up. And I'm fine by just going over what I've already done, since it'll disappear, kind of. But I've been working on it on my iPad, like I said, and just getting really comfortable. Not necessarily, I'm still doing a lot of like double uneven, rather I should say, uneven crossovers, like when I should be, Lord, am I even saying any of that right? I can't seem to stitch on the same line when I go back and forth. That's what I'm saying. And I've come to realize that I like the way that I enter into a snowflake is the same way that I like to exit the snowflake. Instead of coming out of the snowflake at the bottom, as I was doing on some of these, I don't necessarily like those snowflakes because it looks just like I don't know what it looks like. It doesn't look right. That's what I can tell you. But looking back on these imperfections, like I said, of where when I cross over the same line, it doesn't match up. It kind of has some extra thread off to the side instead of right back on the same line. I'm okay with that. Now looking back at it, it kind of gives the snowflakes a little character of their own. There is one in particular that I don't like. And I don't know if you can see that on here. I take it back, there's two. And, well, no, it's just this one really. That one I'm fine with. But this one, it's like I couldn't cross over the same threads to save my life. And that one I don't like. I don't know what kind of character that one has, but it's not one that I like. The others I absolutely love. But I do need to learn how to be able to control my machine and be able to, you know, go on the same line. I can't even go on the same line with the marker, so. But yeah, there's that. And these that I did with the ruler, I love those too. I love those too. I don't know. I have to get the ruler base because I can say for a fact that without that ruler base, that surface to push down on, it's not as comfortable gripping the ruler or holding it down. So I can't say that. Let's see what we get. Oh, I know I ran out of bobbin thread and I don't think I ever changed it. I mean, added another one in here. So I can tell that I still need to do some leveling on my machine. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it is moving on its own, which means this area is higher than that area. And you know what? Looking at it from here, I can see it. It goes up a little bit. So I need to level that out because that will cause me to have uneven stitches. So I will probably do that tomorrow though, not tonight. We're gonna work with what we got. And if you can't see because I'm all in the way of the camera, I apologize. Can I even get to it this way? No, because I got that right there. So I'm gonna take my girl down this way. What is that up under there? What did I put down there? Oh, I put that on the shelf to get it out of my way and forgot about it. That's my pantographs that I was doing from the front. Again, put them down there and forgot. Why won't my machine move? Is the cord stuck? I tell you. All the things that could go wrong just because I want it to go right. Yeah, the cord is stuck. There we go. I've got to get that cord back up out of the way. How did the bobbin stay in there? Good gravy. There. So you can probably hear a siren in the background. That is my husband watching some movie. I can do action movies, but I have to be in the mood for an action movie. He can do an action movie any time of day. That ain't me. I can do a rom-com any time of day. I can do true crime any time of day. Those are my genres of choice. Very seldom do I do action. If I do, it's a particular show or two or three. It is just doing its own thing all over the place. So that means the front. Okay. That means my front is higher than my back and my right side is higher than my left side. But I can see this part. So I do need to, I can see that it kind of has an incline. So I thought I had it leveled, but this just lets me know I need to get in here and really I need to put my leveler on. Where is just put a little oil in there because I haven't been in here for a little bit. So it's been a minute. I'm just gonna start randomly. No rhyme or reason. No rhyme or reason. I still have it on precise mode. I think I'm going to try it without precise mode. It just, I think I'm gonna try it manual. It just feels different when it's in precise. I mean, I love that it in precise, I don't have to worry about are all my stitches the same and are they all even and all of that good stuff, because precise mode makes sure that they are. And I know you guys can't see me, but I don't want to move the camera from where you are able to see. So when I come up on that part, you can see it. But manual just feels, the machine just feels like, I don't know, the control that I have is just amazing. We will see though. I might start doing these snowflakes and be like, no, let me go back to precise. Supposed to stay down. Stay down. There. Okay, so I'm mentally talking to myself just as I did over the last few nights. Let's see if I can step back in view here without it being too wild. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. There we go. Maybe. So I'm trying to, while I was working for the last couple of days on my iPad and doing the practice, I had to mentally, I'm adjusting the camera. Yo, bear with me. Mentally giving myself permission to be okay with the fact that my loops are not all the same. and that I don't cross absolutely over the same threads as I'm, going back and forth or whatever. I had to give myself permission to be okay with that, because the perfectionist in me wants it to be just precise. Like, why can't I get this? I had a moment where I literally, and I believe that was on Wednesday night, I literally just like shut down, because I was like, why can't I get this? I'm practicing and practicing and practicing. Why can't I even make my loops with a pin be the same? And why can't I get them perfectly round? And why can't I cross over and not have threads kind of bubble out to the side? Why can't I get them just precise? And I had to give myself a little talk and say, it's okay. It's a quilt, and nobody is asking for perfection. The quilts that I'm going to be quilting in the near future are mine, or they're gifts to someone. And if someone takes a gift that I give them and they're looking at it and critiquing it that much, that's their problem, not mine. But I know that anyone that I gift one of my quilts to, they will not be critiquing it in that manner. I'm the only one critiquing it that way. I'm the only one that's looking for that precise perfection, as though I've been doing this for years and years, and I've quilted hundreds upon hundreds of quilts. So I had to give myself a talk. Like, girl, calm down. Just calm all the way down. You're new at this. Doesn't matter that you've had your machine for a year. You're still new at this. This is not something that you've been doing for a long time. And, the weight of this machine in your hands, with two hands or one hand, and the needle is moving, just calm down. So I'm hearing myself even as I'm over here practicing, because I got loops there that are tiny, and I've got some loops there that are, and then I've got some bubbles that are just perfect and spot on, and then some that are not, and they look more like a teardrop and not a bubble. But I'm mentally giving myself permission to be okay with it not being perfect. If that's you, give yourself permission to. It doesn't have to be perfect, especially if you're new at this. You haven't done it before, you haven't done it for a long time, and you don't have the number of quilts and stitches under your belt that professionals have. It's okay. Everybody has to start somewhere, and I will look back at this one day and say, wow, I've come a long way. And I will be proud of this then as much as I am of it now. Walking in here and looking at those stitches without the purple mark on here, and just being able to see the dark gray stitches on this white fabric, I'm like, wow, that looks pretty good. And to remind myself that this is white fabric and this is a dark gray thread. Of course I'm going to see every little imperfection. But when I put it on my quilt, especially, this busy, something is in my eye. Especially this busy fabric, like, especially this. Like, you won't even hardly be able to see things to critique if it's perfect or not. So give yourself permission to be okay with it not being perfect. All right, back to practice. Okay. Y'all saw none of that because I forgot to adjust the camera. So sorry. A few things. Tomorrow, I am going to level this out. It needs to be leveled. I can feel it. I'm having to pull and push a little more than I should have to. So that's one. Two, though this height feels good to me with my frame being up so high because I am tall, I do feel like I need to adjust it down just a notch at least. So I'm gonna do that as well. I'll do that first and then I'll level it out and see how that feels. 3, I think I'm going to adjust my handles as well. I'm finding that because I'm holding it here, I'm resting my arms on my frame. And in doing so, I don't have much control when I raise my arms up, but then that makes my shoulders go up, which can cause pain and fatigue in my back, which is why I said I think I need to lower it down a little bit. When I lift my arms up off of the frame and nothing is touching, I have more control. That's evident in 2 of the snowflakes. And in those where I absolutely laid my arms on there, they're questionable. My loops are questionable when I'm resting my arms on here. And I think that's just out of habit or laziness or both. Not being cognizant of what my hands and arms are doing, just doing it kind of thing. So I am going to do those 3 things. I'm going to lower it tomorrow. I'm going to level it completely, and I don't care how long that takes me. I need to get it leveled, and I need to adjust my bars. Adjusting my bars is not the hard part because I can just do that. So that's not hard. I say that's not hard. There. But I can just flip that out and adjust my bars. And I am gonna the dogs are keeping the house secure. They are. But I'm gonna try this position even just on this last little pass right here and see how that feels. But I know for sure I need to lower it. And I absolutely know I need to level it because I can feel the need to pull and push because it's not sitting level. And so where it's up a little higher, I'm having to pull it up that little bit of incline, and where it's lower, I'm having to push. So anyway, you get the gist of it. Let me see what else I can do. Let's put the camera down. Let's do that. That feels a lot better, just in that little bit of changing the handles. Ain't doing nothing for me staying on track, though. It'll come. It will come. I am not going to sweat it, and I'm going to keep practicing. I forgot to put my clamp back on. felt a lot better. Just changing the way that the handles are up instead of them laying down. This feels a lot better. So I'm going to advance it. I think that's it for tonight on practicing. I don't even know what time it is. And I know I haven't been in here for very long. I couldn't have been. We'll advance it. We'll do that much. We'll do that much. Oh, forgot my magnets and everything. What is going on, Tasha? What are you doing? Goodness, girl. So what I do know, I didn't do that right, did I? No, you didn't, girl. Sure didn't. What was I about to say? Lost my train of thought. You'll come back to me. Or not. And I'm okay with that too. I am learning so much from the classes, that I can say. That I can say. And I am enjoying the classes still. Let's see if I can go from, oh, the cord. I need to secure that back up. So maybe I won't do any more practice tonight, because there are things I need to do to get this back like it should be. So, we will end this part here. Sorry. There we go. We will end this part here. I am going to call it done on the practice for this evening. And it's been a long day. A long day. I'm pleased with that little bit. I am. I'm very pleased with that. And doing it on my iPad is really helping. So I'm well pleased with my progress. And I'm pleased with the process. I have no complaints. When I get this like I want it though, which I don't think I will, this one next row or pass of practice, I think that will be it. I will then put my quilt on the frame and just do it. And it will be what it will be. It's my quilt. This one is for me. And so it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna be looking for perfections. I'm gonna enjoy my quilt. So let me know what you're working on. I'm going to end this video because I'm gonna go live for a little bit and work on my Christmas quilt. Of course, by the time you see this video, me going live will have already taken place. But hopefully you will have joined me in that live. Again, it'll be the second live that I do, and I didn't announce that I was gonna go live. I need to get in the habit of announcing when I'm gonna go live. instead of just doing it. Although just doing it was fun too. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it wasn't much, but little by little, that's all I said I was gonna do, was bring you along for the ride of me learning how to use this beautiful machine and quilt my own quilts, and one day quilt for others. All right, guys, take care. God bless. Bye.